Welcome to Easy Gluten Free. Today I'll be showing favehealthyrecipes.com how to make these gluten-free apricot walnut thumbprint cookies. Now a lot of thumbprints have walnuts on top of the cookies, but these little guys are made with those heart-healthy walnuts right in the dough, as well as on top of the cookie. And apricot jam really complements the nutty flavor of the cookie well. A few of these really hit the spot with a cup of coffee or tea, and they brighten up any cookie tray like sparkly gems. Alright, to make these you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of butter that's been very well softened, that's 1½ sticks, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1½ cups of gluten-free all-purpose flour. This is a blend by Glutino. If you're not on a gluten-free diet, just use regular flour. 1 cup of finely chopped walnuts. Now 3/4 of the cup is going to go into the dough, and 1/4 should be reserved to sprinkle on top. And to get the walnuts as fine as they need to be, you can either put them in a food processor or put them into a Ziploc bag, then smash them with the flat end of a mallet until they're really fine with no large pieces remaining. And you'll also need around 1/2 cup of apricot jam to fill the cookies. Alright, now to make these, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Now stir 3/4 of the walnuts into the flour and set it aside. In a large bowl, cream together the butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy. Add the egg and beat until well combined. If the butter was really well softened, it's easy to do by hand with a large fork and a rubber spatula to scrape down the bowl. Add the flour mixture to the butter mixture and continue mixing until you have a stiff dough. It'll take a few minutes if you're doing it by hand, but then it'll come together nicely. Now roll the dough into 1-inch balls and place them onto an ungreased cookie sheet. The dough can be a little crumbly, but if you use a combined rolling and squeezing technique, you should be okay. Now to press the center of each cookie with either your thumb, or my personal favorite, the back of a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon. This will give you a nice little impression in the center of each cookie. Now fill the centers with apricot jam. Sprinkle the cookies with chopped walnuts, then bake them for 18 minutes or until golden around the edges. Let them cool for 2 minutes on the pan before you remove them with a spatula and place them on a baking rack to cool completely. The recipe made 30 cookies, which is 2½ dozen. But once you see how good these are, you might want to double or triple the recipe. And the leftovers can be stored in an airtight container with sheets of waxed paper between the cookie layers. And you can also use other flavors of jam or jelly to suit your own tastes. So I hope you'll give these a try. And if you'd like to see the recipe in print, you could always visit my blog. And for additional recipes and tips to fit in with your healthy lifestyle, visit my friends at favehealthyrecipes.com. See you again soon.